Hello friends, in this video we will talk about scalp. So we will discuss introduction, layers, blood supply, nerve supply and applied aspect of scalp. So what is this scalp? Scalp is nothing but it covers the cranial vault or the bony vault of the skull. Okay. So this will basically be the scalp. You are seeing here the lot of hair, the skin with the lot of hair, that is the scalp. So anterior up to the eyebrows here. This will be anterior. Posterior, here you have the nuchal lines on the posterior. Sides will have the temporal lines. So anterior, sides and the posterior. Okay. So layers of scalp, what are they? The name itself has the answer. SCALP, scalp, from that itself. Skin, okay, skin, connective tissue, epicranial aponeurosis, loose areolar tissue and pericranium. So this is the skin, nothing much special about it. Then the connective tissue. So we have the connective tissue with the vein structures, vein, artery and nerve. What is the artery? We will see. Okay. Okay. So we have the nerve here, here, here. Okay. This is the hair follicles coming out from the alternate cells. Okay. This is epicranial aponeurosis, that is having the frontal and the occipital belly of the occipitofrontalis muscle. Okay. Right. And then this is the loose areolar tissue. Okay. So we will see the clinical significance at the end regarding this. And this is the emissary vein coming out from the facial vein. This is the facial vein. From that emissary vein is coming. Okay. And this is the pericranium or the bony vault. Okay. All right. So the emissary vein is draining into triple S. Please remember, triple S means superior sagittal sinus and draining into the falx cerebri. Here these are the diploid veins, the diplo, the small branches, diplo. Okay. So this is regarding the layers of the scalp. Let us see the blood supply. So the blood supply, a simple tabular form, external and internal carotid artery, ECA, ICA. Here what is in the front? You can see that is a supratrochlear in the front. Back you have occipital and posterior auricular. Remember as OPA. O as in occipital. What is PA? Very easy. Just remember, I'll give you a trick. Just remember occipital. The word occipital is there. Here P. P is posterior. Here letter A, auricular. That's it. So if you just remember occipital and this letter P and A, sufficient. Because P is posterior, A is anterior. I told you. Internal carotid artery, if we see in the front, extra orbital will be there. See, for external internal carotid, supratrochlear is common. Here extra orbital will come. That's all. Nothing in the back for internal carotid artery. For external, I told you, occipital. Here letter P and letter A will be the rest of the branches. P, posterior, A, auricular. Okay. Nerve supply, very similar, but we have sensory motor. Sensory, remember, supratrochlear, orbital, zygomatico-temporal. There we had only supratrochlear in the front. With regards to ECA, here extra orbital and zygomatico-temporal. That's all. Back, I'll give you a mnemonic LG3. For the back supply, LG3. Lesser, greater and third occipital. Motor. Remember T7 and A7. What is T7? Temporal branch of facial and back. Remember auricle. Auricle is back, your ear, posterior. Okay. Remember this for auricle. Remember this for front. For motor I'm saying. Remember this for front. Remember this for back, auricle. So T7, that is in the front. A7, that is in the back. T as in temporal, A as in auricular, 7th is the nerve, facial nerve. Let's see the applied aspect. hematoma, gaping of scalp, and the dangerous area. So hematoma. So scalp is having abundant amount of neurovascular supply. So very common for hematoma, especially in the roadside accidents. Okay. And generally, yeah, nowadays roadside accidents are very common. So the pterion site of the skull will be fractured in the roadside accidents, and that leads to extensive bleeding. So what they will do, instead of removing the scalp, it's not necessary, because abundant neurovascular supply, that is what is gaping actually. Okay. So they will basically tie a turban, like what they do for the Punjabis, right? The Punjabis, you might have observed, in the roads or while they are going to gurudwaras, they will be tying the turban. So somewhat like that. Okay. So just like tying a turban. And the dangerous area of scalp, I'll show you which layer it is. This layer. Please see my cursor here. The loose areolar tissue. This is the dangerous area of scalp. Why? Because any infection will very quickly pass in a retrograde manner through the emissary veins because of Wallace mechanism. It can lead to the rupture of this vein. Thrombosis and paralysis of the face can also happen. Okay. That is why we have to avoid the T-zone. Okay. Even please, the important precaution for COVID-19, the recent update that you have to not touch this T-zone. This one, and this one. Please don't touch this T-zone, because this COVID-19 is mainly a respiratory disease. So through this it will easily spread. It will damage your lungs crazy. Okay, so please, very important precaution, not only now, for COVID-19 also. Okay, so anyway, coming back, dangerous area of scalp is nothing but loose areolar tissue. Okay, references from where I took the pictures. So there's a small correction. This is the third edition, not the second edition of Vishram Singh Head and Neck. That brings us to end of the video. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.